What's poppin', y'all? This your boy B-Jack, and I'm back for episode 2. Yes, I'm still in the same clothes because it's a lot of new music that came out, so I wanted to give y'all some new album reviews to listen to if you ain't heard these albums yet, and if you have, maybe to give you a deeper perspective on these albums as they come out. This is the album review show for you. Spit lit or that ain't it. Well, we gonna be judging these albums based upon if the artist can spit, meaning they got bars and lyricism, if the album is lit, meaning it's something you could turn up to either in the club or the car on the way to the club, or if that ain't it, if the album is straight trash. Now, we break it down into 3 segments where I'm gonna tell you the hype surrounding the album, leading up to the release of it, during the release of it, and after all of that, plus my opinion. Segment 2 is my opinion, where I give you my opinion on the album, and then segment 3 is my top picks from the album. So episode 2, I'm gonna be reviewing T.I.'s The Dime Trap. Before I get into it, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the B-Jack TV community, growing community. I'm getting a lot of love on Instagram. Shout out to everybody who follow me on Instagram, BJack616. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter. It's both the same, BJack616. On Facebook, it's BJack. It's just BJack. Follow me and check that out. All right, now getting into this album. This is T.I.'s 10th studio album, people. 10th studio album. I believe this is the 15th anniversary of his career. His first album was I'm Serious, and from the gate, everybody knew that he was a lyricist to be reckoned with. I mean, this dude got bars upon bars, and he's lyrical in the fact that he puts his life into these bars. It ain't just about metaphors and punchlines, although he got crazy punchlines, metaphors, charisma up the wazoo. You know what I'm saying? That southern accent brings you in. And this album is no different, all right? The Dime Trap is his 10th album. Once again, excuse me. I'm going to give y'all the hype leading up to this album, all right? He was dropping a lot of videos on Instagram and Twitter of him in the studio with different artists and producers. I know y'all seen him in the booth with Jay-Z and Dr. Dre, Swizz Beatz. Obviously, y'all heard the 3 singles leading up to this, which was Hefe with Meek Mill, one of my personal favorites from T.I. period throughout his catalog, Wraith with Yo Gotti, and then The Weeknd with Young Thug. Now, I gotta say, the hype leading up to this album, this is his album, his first album in 4 years. Now, he put out projects, EPs. I think The Nick was an EP or a mixtape, and then he put out the project Us or Else, which was like a compilation of him and his artists on Grand Hustle Records. This album is dope as fuck, top to bottom. I'm gonna say the boy got spit. Everybody know he can spit, but this album really proves T.I. is a legendary MC. All right. This also proves that he can make some lit-ass music for you to turn up to while telling you his life story from this past year and the past couple years from his last album. This is technically the second installment of what he calls a trilogy following Paperwork, which was his last album 4 years ago. All right. Now, my opinion on this album is phenomenal. This might be, this is definitely top 3 albums of the year. You know what I'm saying? This could easily be number 1 or 2, just for the fact that it's very personal, dealing with he got a song on there called The Amazing Mr. Fuck Up with Victoria Monet, I think it is, in the middle of the album, where he's talking about how he fucked up in his relationship with Tiny. You know, the whole Instagram, the video that came out, and I seen it on Instagram, where he was somewhere and he was slapping on the girl's ass. You know, everybody knows he's married, you know, obviously, because he got the TV show with him and his family. So it was kind of shocking for that to come out before this album dropped, and then him actually making a song describing exactly how he was thinking when he was doing it and how he thinks afterwards, how he is apologizing publicly to his wife. That song is phenomenal. The song Hefe obviously is phenomenal with Meek Mill. I mean, Meek Mill is a dope-ass lyricist himself, so check out them joints. Now, I just got to give y'all my top picks for this album. It's so many that I just got to say, you got to listen to this whole album front to back. Like Dave East and Styles P joint, I listen to it front to back. This album, I listen to front to back. It's hard for me to change one track and go to the next. But if I only had a few minutes, like 20 minutes in between a drive or something, I'm going to tell y'all, My favorite joints is Big Old Drip with Watch the Duck. That joint is just the beat. I think Jazzy Faye did the beat. Phenomenal fucking beat. His lyricism and wordplay on there is crazy as it always is. Dave Chappelle is narrating this album, by the way. I don't know how I forgot to say that off rip, but it's funny because some of the songs he's just like giving his opinion on how he feels the song sounds to him. And I think it works perfectly because it's making light of a lot of situations that will otherwise be very, very dramatic, you know what I'm saying? And I think it plays well. Again, another one of my favorites is the Hefe joint, obviously, the Wraith. But What Can I Say is one of my favorites, man. The shit is just phenomenal. Listen to that joint. I say my top 3 picks, if I had to pick one, would be Big Old Drip, What Can I Say, and there's so many on this album. Probably Hefe. You know what I'm saying? Those joints right there are my favorites. But y'all get in them comments and tell me if y'all heard this album, if y'all are feeling this T.I. Dime Trap. This is 10th album, by the way, people. And it don't seem like this is 10th album. This seemed like a hungry-ass artist that's first coming out. You know what I'm saying? So get in them comments. Tell me what songs y'all like from this album. Tell me how I'm doing on this Spit Lit or That Ain't It album review as well. Go check out that T.I. album, The Dime Trap, available on all platforms right now. Go buy it. I'm sure he got the CD out. You know, he's one of them people who like the physical copy. So go buy this album. Support T.I. You know, he's a legend in the game. And subscribe to B-Jack TV. I'm going to be giving y'all many of these Spit Lit or That Ain't It because it's a lot of music that dropped recently. I ain't going to tell y'all what the next one is, but it's going to be real soon. Y'all just go turn up to this album. This album, T.I. Dime Trap, is one of my personal favorites. I believe it's top contender for Album of the Year between J. Cole and it's top 3. I'm gonna just say that it's top 3 between J. Cole and there's a couple other ones, probably Drake, you know, because Drake album was just phenomenal. But T.I. the Dime Trap out now. Go cop that. Go listen to them joints. And comment below. Let me know how I'm doing with this Spit Lit or That Ain't It. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe to B-Jack TV right now. Tell your friend and tell a friend. Follow me on Facebook, B-Jack, the fan page. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at BJack616. And I'm out.